Hello, everyone. Welcome to Caapid Simplified's student series. I am Meenakshi, head coach at Caapid Simplified. And today with us, we have Dr. Parneet Sekhon. Parneet is a current student at the School of Dentistry, Meharry, class of 2025. I will not bore you with my commentary. Instead, I know I'm like you, eager to hear it directly from Dr. Parneet herself. Hi, Dr. Parneet.
Hi,
Hi.
how are you? She nice to meet you today.
Same here, and I'm really glad you're doing this with us today.
Thank
Viewers must
you.
all be eager to know about you and your journey. So let's start at the beginning. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your CAPIT journey as well.
My name is Parneet Sekhon. I graduated from a dental school in India in 2017, and then I moved to United States. I had to start everything from scratch for in order to get in order to be connected to dentistry. I had to start as a dental assistant as a beginner. It was something that I have never done before. I only had seen a dentist side before, but not as a dental assistant. So that was kind of new for me and challenging as well. But it was a new, exciting experience. And for in order to do it, I started as dental shadowing in an office, and then they hired me in a few months because they were in need of a dental assistant. So the thing that I want the applicants to know is that you have to start from somewhere and just be focused. You will get some opportunities relating to dentistry. Look on Indeed, there are always dental offices that are currently hiring. Just look for the make your resume and look for those opportunities. Yes, it's quite possible that the salary is going to be minimum in the beginning. Just remember that you are getting a great experience as a beginner in the US. That's going to be your motto. Once you know how the workflow is in a dental office, yes, you can apply to different other places. Keep on searching, and you can find a good salary, better position in a dental office. And that's how I started.
Okay. And before we move on to your Meharry experience or your CAPIT experience, I would like to dwell a little more on your clinical experiences. We realize that you have had the opportunity to shadow and or assist multiple dentists. A lot of applicants actually struggle to find that opportunity. Do you have any tips, or you can probably share what or how you went about trying it?
So I started looking around the area I was living in about where the dental offices are located. And I kind of made my resume. And then I just went in person as well as on Indeed in order to apply for shadowing. Yes, they might be looking online for dental assistant jobs, but it's a good opportunity. You can just submit your resume as a dental shadowing position as well. Once they review it, they will know, that okay, this person is only interested in shadowing. But also go in person and give your resumes. And the dental offices know that the internationals have a lot of experience, and they do give you an opportunity in their offices. And I've seen a lot of dental offices. I have seen my dental office who mentioned that, can I give a substitute before leaving for Meharry?
That's a commendation of your qualities, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your CAPID application cycles.
So I applied for the first cycle. I applied to almost 20 schools. I was open to any opportunity I can get in, because my main goal was to get a DDS or DMD in the United States so I can work. I applied to 20 schools, but I also got a lot of interviews from different schools. But I was waiting and I was waitlisted. And since Mihari's cycle was a pretty late than the other schools, it starts in October or November, and
September or August is when they start.
yeah, and I think the deadline is usually the end of November or the first week of
Correct.
December, somewhere over there.
This year it's December 15th.
Yeah, so I was still waiting for Meharry, but yes, I started applying for the next cycle as well because in the first cycle, I thought I was pretty slow, and most of the schools were on rolling basis, which was something that I did not acknowledge in my first cycle. I thought like, okay, I need to make a perfect application. I just was more focused on it, and I didn't think of the rolling basis quite seriously. So I thought I missed some of the deadlines, not even the deadlines, but because
Early
the
bird advantage.
applications early, yeah. So I thought I missed that spot, that sweet spot that all the schools had. But this was something that I didn't wanted to I wanted to pick at the first instant for my second cycle. So I just started my second cycle quite early. I started preparing for it. I tried to see how I can change some things in my resume. What new things can I do? Something that I thought can increase my chances was doing EFDA course, which is the extended function dental assistant. But something that I still would have been doing, and it's not just for the CAPID, it was for my development as well.
Absolutely.
How professionally I can build myself.
So it gives you a two-pronged advantage. That's what you're saying. One, it definitely helps your CAPID profile. Second, there's a lot of personal or professional growth as well that comes with an EFDA
Yes.
process.
EFDA, with an EFDA, your duties increase.
Standards.
You
Yeah,
do so much more than a dental assistant.
got it. Yeah.
Packing cords, filling
Mhm.
the restorations, taking the temporary crowns, so much more that increases your duties.
I'm just going to go back to that sweet spot that you mentioned. So, when do you think, or rather, what was the time frame that you applied during cycle one, and what was your application window during cycle two?
So for the cycle one, I was pretty late in taking the letter of recommendation from my previous school in India. I still remember I was waiting on my dean's letter of recommendation, which was something that I improved the next cycle, and I already had it from them. I was pretty good at for the second cycle because I already knew that okay, this is gonna take time, and I need to be prepared right now.
Okay,
So I was like, for the first cycle, I think for the rolling basis schools, I just submitted those applications around April end,
hmm,
which I thought I must have done in the beginning of March at least.
that early.
Yeah,
Okay, so even first week of April might have been a better time frame, is what you're.
yes.
That's your opinion. Okay.
Something in that, yeah, time.
And coming back to Meharry, because Meharry starts a little late, when did you hear from them?
I heard the next year, it was
Hmm.
in March. So Mehari takes two
Okay.
interviews.
Okay.
Both are going to be with the faculty members.
Hmm.
The first interview was in the middle of March, and the second was in the middle of April.
Okay.
And then I was sent an email about the acceptance at the beginning of June.
Okay. So March and April were the interview timelines, and acceptance in June of the next year.
Mehari does not have a bench. test at all. It just has two interviews. Both are with the faculty, and it is pretty basic. They don't ask you a lot of clinical questions. It's just about your personal resume. It's about your experience, your challenges in the United States, and and it's pretty basic. Like every dental student, they already know all those things.
Okay. What, in your opinion, made you stand out amongst other applicants? Your profile, your interview. Would you have an idea now?
Yes, I feel like for candidate like me, I thought I lacked interview skills. Maybe that was dragging me behind. I did had a few interviews before I gave Meharry's interview.
Mm,
So every interview was kind of sharpening my interview skills by looking at the previous interview, that what things might have been improved, what things I didn't do right,
mm,
how that same question could have been answered. Sometimes you have those things in your mind, but when you are in an actual interview, you're not able to bring them on, yeah, with your words out. So it's something I felt like I was lagging behind in. And when I gave a few interviews, I also took some interview skill coaching as well.
okay.
That also made me a little more
Confident.
confident. Yeah. And I think that also built my interview skills. So when Mihari's interview came, I was pretty confident on myself.
So constant evaluation was one thing. And in case someone does not is not lucky enough to get so many opportunities before, then probably practicing or taking some external assistance or even just practicing with a friend or somebody who knows you well could work in their favor, right?
I think a friend might not even be helpful because they can be biased.
Hmm.
I feel like it should be somebody who is professional, maybe from
Okay.
your dental office where you're working. Try to ask the dentist to help you with it. It
Okay.
should be a dentist because that's what you are preparing for, and they
Correct.
know more how you can answer different questions.
Okay. Understood. Okay. You've cleared the interviews. You are in Meharry. What does being in Meharry feel like?
It's the warmth of the southerns that I would never be able to forget. So I lived in California,
Oh,
and it's far from Nashville. And one thing me and my mom we were concerned about when I got acceptance was we don't have any relatives around here. How
okay.
is things are gonna be so challenging, you know? But thank God I had amazing seniors. I just contacted one of my seniors. She was from India as well. She helped me so much.
Okay.
She already told me what to expect, when to come, where to take the housing. She just helped me in detail. And moreover, when my convocation started, my school started, I felt like Mihari is my second home because people have Southerns are known for their warmth and
Hospitality.
welcoming nature, yes. And even the smallest gestures like opening the door for you when you're coming behind them, that means a lot. You know, I have not seen that in California. So that was something that made my heart felt like that I was at home.
Okay. And how is the actual clinical experience in the school?
Clinical experience is quite advanced. So the last year when I started school, it was only the first month that we only had didactics and we worked on the mannequin. Then later on, they pushed us directly into the clinics to work on actual patients. So I feel like if I compare other schools with Meharry give you a lot of clinical experience, and there is more requirements. That I have a few friends in different schools, so they tell me that they have to attend classes, they have so many exams, the tests, and they are the same syllabi, everything same that we have already been taught. We are already given NBD part 1 and 2. By including more requirements to work on patients, for example, Meenakshi, we have 8 arches of complete dentures
Mm.
that we have to work on. We have so many crowns that we have to do. Even it's not just the requirements. We have so many patients around the area, and I have already done a lot of my requirements, but I'm doing beyond requirements in order to
Got
develop my clinical skills. The school does not stop you if you're done with your requirements. They push you to do more and more.
They gently nudge you. So, thanks to the patient footfall and the
Yes,
shorter didactic sessions, you have an extended clinical experience, more intense and rigorous.
yes.
Amazing. Do you also get integrated with the traditional students?
Yes, we do. After the first month of last year when I started, we had a few classes like implantology, and then the clinics with the traditional students. We still work with the traditional students.
Got it. Amazing. And that must be an amazing experience. But
Yes.
what about outside the classes and the clinics? What other activities can you be a part of at Meharry?
Meharry is all about serving the underserved. So they have a lot of outdoor community activities, where they have different events organized to perform dental procedures on the patients. We also we have different rotations that we have to go to attend to. A few of them are in detention centers. Some are in remote areas, where they are like school has connections with different dental clinics, where there are different, like they don't have a lot of dentists, and so Meharry is part of those clinics. They give different patients of underserved communities all their dental like services over there. We have to attend those, and moreover there are so many clubs in the school, like cosmetic club, OMFS club. So it's according to your whatever you like, which club you want to go, you can enroll in, you can be part as a member. And they have different programs outside the school. Like for example, the cosmetic club have different programs like veneers. They will teach you how to build veneers, and I'm part of the OMF club. So we had last year, we went with the residents because we have an oral surgery residence in the school. So we went and attended a seminar outside the school, and I think there was a Rutgers professor who came in for the seminar, and there was a diseased patient's head. um, the residents worked on Leafort 1, 2, and 3 surgeries, which are quite advanced. You get to see them, you get to know how they are performed. So there are so many things beyond school. If you are interested in being part of, you will get a lot of opportunities.
This is amazing. I mean, in addition to the prescribed coursework,
Yes.
it get more options. There's nothing like it to give you real world exposure. How does your cohort look like? I mean, the background of your classmates.
You asking about the international court?
Yes,
Okay.
especially the foreign trained dentists, the ones who've applied through CAPID. What kind of demographic and clinical experience do they have?
So we have quite different kind of demographics. We have people from students from India, Pakistan, Brazil, Mexico, Cuba, Sudan as well. So it's kind of like all spread out demographics, but as per their personal resumes, I would say that some are hygienists, some are
Okay.
dental assistants like me, some have done masters, MDS from their
Country.
previous country. So yeah, there are different people, but there are a few who have not done all those things, but still
Lectures.
yes, but they are still part of the school. So
Hmm.
Meharry gives chance to every kind of applicant. They
Got
bring in different kinds of students. It's not just about, oh, they hired dental assistants, oh, they like dental hygienists. It's not like that.
Okay, so in terms of their clinical experience, also, you're saying it's a very diverse mix.
Yes.
There are freshers, and then there are people with masters from their home country as well. You've been with them for almost a year now. Is there anything common that you think is amongst all these candidates that you can identify? See, their backgrounds are all different, but in terms of personality or in terms of their ability to survive or eagerness to learn, is there something common that you think that this is what Meharry probably looks for?
Perseverance
Okay. And
and
um,
love for community, because the main
community
motto
ambassador.
of the school is worship God through service to mankind.
Hmm.
So they truly believe that if you have that inner ability to serve to the underserved communities through your dental skills, then yes. If you show that you have love for the underserved communities,
Hmm.
yes, they will bring you in with warm welcome.
Got it. So probably the volunteering experience of all these uh, of your cohort may be a standout factor. Am I getting it right?
Hari does look for volunteering experience in your resume. It not has to be connected to the dental field, but it can be something else as well.
Hmm.
It just has to be that you have been serving your community with your volunteering part of yourself, that they just want to see that how you were connected with your community,
A
even though you
genuine,
had struggles in your life, even though you were working as a dental assistant or a dental hygienist, but how were you connected with your community?
got it. A genuine passion for serving, and it has to be consistently backed up with actual ventures, not just empty words.
Yes.
Okay, amazing. This, I think, is a key takeaway for a lot of aspirants who are out there listening to this. We know that there are certain schools which are clearly mandating that you have this many hours or, for volunteering. This is like an unspoken inner understanding. Got it. I have one more question. Why do you think people should apply to Meharry? What is something that stands out in Meharry?
I feel like every foreign trained dentist,
Hmm.
if they are coming to the United States, if they are joining a school, whether it's a 2 year program or a 3 year program, they are giving their energy, they are giving their time, they are giving money, yes, because it's not cheap. It is expensive. Yes, you're taking a loan. Whatever the reasons are, you should get a good clinical experience. That's what the focus is supposed to be. You are going to work on patients. Somebody might be opening a dental office after graduation. Whatever you are doing, you need to have great clinical skills. Some people have a year of gap, some have a 2 year gap. We all have different time gaps, right? After, like
Yes,
in the middle.
that's it.
Yes. So I feel that that gap needs to be filled with more and more clinical experience. And I feel that Meharry gives you that. It's just not the false promises. Oh, we provide this, we provide that, we have SARIC, we have this. No. SARIC is something that every school has. It's it's not like too advanced. There are different new technologies more than SARIC, but what the main goal of Meharry is, how your skills are, how sharpened your skills are, how can you make, even how can you perform one procedure. They just make you do a crown in such a less time. Like
Hmm,
you build your experience with the time.
got it. So the clinical experience at Meharry, you're saying, is over and above a lot of other, or is quite a competitive one, and which will stand all aspirants and applicants in good stead for real world dentistry. And
Yeah,
they're
because
constantly.
somebody is joining a corporate DSO after graduation. DSOs are all about time and money.
Hmm,
They will make you work super fast. And how are you gonna build your skills? And Mehari teaches you that.
amazing. Um, is there something that you feel now, looking back, maybe I should have done this differently when it comes to your profile? Because you've been through two cycles. So I'm sure you know. Is there something that you now feel I should have done this differently? I should have done more of this or less of that? Any such regret or takeaway?
I feel like every applicant should take the rolling basis quite seriously and should have the letter of recommendations pretty early on.
Mm,
They should start planning. They should start planning and building their resume, because I know now it's the INBD, NBD part 1, part 2 is no more. So a lot of applicants are passing it in no time. But I feel like the TOEFL score is still having a lot of weightage because it's a score. It's not like a pass and fail.
correct.
So a lot of schools, even though they tell you that we take 90, we take 92, you still need to have more than that. You
Yes,
still need to have above 100. That's going to be your target, because the more you have the TOEFL score, the better your chances can be. And yes, do take the interviewing coaching from somebody who is connected to dentistry or who knows how the process goes.
got it. You actually touched upon my next question as well. What would you tell Meharry aspirants, right? That was quite a bit of uh, advice. I'm going to summarize it. One, you're talking about a good TOEFL score. B, strong interview skills. And you're also asking people to focus on building their resume and applying on time,
Yes.
especially with regard to rolling basis skills. Uh, That's actually an amazing bit of guidance, very concise. Is there anything else that you would like to pass on? Your wisdom acquired through those cycles and 1 year at Meharry. Is there anything else you would like to pass on to them?
Yeah, another thing I would like to tell my applicants, my fellow applicants, is yes, the process is struggling. Yes, you can have some ups and downs. You can feel like, oh, that you, why, everybody has this question in mind, why is the school not giving me acceptance?
Hmm,
It's not about you. Just don't think about that. Why? Just add that why in your resume, in yourself. Like, why is your resume not challenging, and why is it not getting accepted? Rather than asking the school, why is the school not giving you acceptance, just think within yourself, how can you improve it?
Amazing.
Instead of a why, how is supposed to be your question that you must be asking yourself.
Got
And
it.
also take a tour of the school before even you apply it, so you know about the school better, you know about the program better. Take a tour of Meharry too. um, and we every foreign trained dentist who is part of the school, who is a student, current student, they will also be able to guide you.
Amazing. That was a very fruitful half an hour session, Dr. Parneet. We're really glad and grateful to you. I'm sure all the viewers, Meharry aspirants, are also very thankful for this. Is there any way that people can connect to you if they have queries? Is it okay? Will you have the bandwidth to do it?
Yes, I have, um, you guys have my email. Anybody can drop me an email, and I am pretty consistent and quick in responding every email. That's a way of communication I go for and I look for. And please don't hesitate, even if it's a small query. You might think, oh, this seems a stupid query, why to ask it? But no, just shoot me an email. I will be happy to help every applicant.
Amazing. Now it's like karma, you've got your due. I mean, you've got benefited from the community. So it's Parneet's way of giving back to the community, the applicant community. We will share this, her email ID in our description. So if you have questions, like Dr. Parneet mentioned, feel free to ask her. And that is one thing we agree with Parneet on. One more thing we agree with Parneet on. There is no query that is silly or simple or stupid or frivolous. Everything matters, and you have a community that will help you. So keep going and keep a lookout for Meharry. There were a lot of useful insights from Dr. Parneet, and I hope this will also be a fruitful session, fruitful application cycle for all you aspirants out there. Thanks, Dr. Parneet.
Thank you so much, Meenakshi.
All the best, all you applicants. Bye.